files. Press 6 to fast forward for 1 minute. Press 4 to rewind for 1 minute. Press 5 to pause or resume.
Well, great morning, everyone. It is Monday, March the 8th, 2021. Ooh, it feels good to say 2021. But we are so glad that you joined us this morning for Motivational Monday, a Power Pack week here for the View, where we have a variety of ideas to enhance your wealth. And we are just so glad that you joined us today. We want to let you know that you have tuned into The View, where we explore a variety of ideas to spark your motivation, lift your leadership, winning ways to help you thrive and level up to rise up and become the weekend warrior in your Surge365 business. And right now, and also in your life, not just in your business, it's the business of life as well. But it's my greatest honor to help present and introduce to others Mr. Kenneth Reed, who is my husband. He is also a multiple bonus earner who has worked with the founders of this amazing pivoting and going upward company, Surge365, since 2006. He's a team builder, a business leader, and is recognized and respected by a lot of people, not just in our own community of Muncie, Indiana, but all around the country. And he is a retired educator after 34 years of teaching in the Muncie public school system. He is also a dad, a granddad, a personal coach, a great listener, and again, hanging with me for 45 years, you know he has to be a great listener. But we want to let you know that today's topic is going to remind you a little bit of James Brown. It's okay to do your thing, but don't reinvent the wheel. I bring to you Mr. Kenneth Reed. Take it away.
Well, hello. First of all, I want to welcome you to the call today. And before I move forward, I want to thank my lovely bride of going on 46 years. Yes, we've been together all this time. And so we're able to build our business together in Surge365. Now, let's talk about James Brown. You know, James Brown was an entertainer that we called him the King of Soul because that's what he was. And he used to say, I got to do my thing. And, you know, I think a lot of us grew up listening to that, and we sort of incorporated it into our lifestyle, saying, hey, I got to do my thing, which is really important. However, here's something I want you to think about. Although you have to do your thing, it's also important that we recognize the fact that we all have our own talents. We have different talents, different skills. So it's good to be able to do our own thing, but we also have to be able to follow basic instructions. Now, when we think about being able to follow basic instructions, I think it's really important, especially, let's take athletics for an example. You know, you have great coaches. Great coaches are considered to be great leaders. But guess what? Before you can have a great coach and a great leader, you have to have an athlete, a person that's a great follower, a person that's a great listener. They're able to listen to the coaches. They're able to be taught by the coaches and follow instructions that the coaches give them. Coaches will give out a playbook. They give out a playbook to the team, and they expect everybody to learn and to go by the playbook. You don't come in because, hey, I think I'm a great athlete. I can change the playbook, and I can do my own thing. I can't do my own thing when I'm part of a team. I need to understand that I have a responsibility that I have to do what I'm directed to do. Now, in playing football, here's an idea. You have to think about this. You have the coach. Coach calls the play. He sends the play in one way or the other. Quarterback gets the play. Quarterback calls the same play that the coach calls. Now, if the quarterback is going to be handing the ball off, maybe you're going to run a dive. Dive means you're going to run the ball over the middle and through the line. So that's where we're looking to have an open go. The running back is expected to run through that hole in the line. Now, sometimes as you're following instructions, you run into a block because things don't necessarily work out the way that they were designed to work out. Now, the important thing is that running back doesn't have time to stop and think about what he's going to do. He has to respond instantly. The hole's not there, so he may pop to the outside, try to go around the end, so that he might pick up extra yardage. But he makes a adjustment on the fly. That means he keeps his wheels moving. He doesn't stop and stand still. We got to just keep it moving. Okay? So it's really important to know that even though the plays are called, sometimes adjustments need to be made. Now, coaches will always observe and see what kind of responses, what kind of actions are taken on behalf of the defense or even on the offense, and they'll make adjustments on the fly. Well, Cynthia, what do you think about that?
Well, I know that we sure made adjustments just coming into this company. We made adjustments when we got married. We made adjustments when we became parents. We made adjustments when we met each other's in-laws. And so we are constantly making adjustments here in Indiana. We're always seemingly adjusting to the weather. They say if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. It'll change to something else. And so I just wanted to say about adjustments. We're not the same size we were when we were born. Our bodies adjusted, our hormones adjusted, our skeletal system adjusted, our endocrine system adjusted in puberty. We have gone through all kinds of adjustments, and as you get older, you may end up finding yourselves wearing bifocals. Your eyes have been adjusted. But I do know when you mentioned, Kenny, the information about the coaching and the football, we do happen to have one of our founding Surge365 marketing directors, Mr. Charles Nicholson, who you actually are from the same hometown, South Bend, Indiana, and he was once a wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs. So we do have some football technology that if anybody needs it broken down, just contact Charles Nicholson. But you know something? There's some awesome questions we have to all ask ourselves about everything we adjust to in life. And one of those questions is, what makes us happy? What makes us happy? Now, with prosperity, it doesn't always bring happiness, but happiness always brings prosperity, and prosperity in all of its forms, not just financial, but just a peace of mind that you can have. And the thing is that we're all taken care of by our higher power, who makes sure that we are prosperous and that we are at peace if we just look to that spiritual system. So, Kenny, I just wanted to ask you about how you feel on March the 2nd when it came to what our founders did and the ideas that they brought forth.
Well, you know, Cynthia, I've always been, actually sort of thought this way. We're going to have new ideas and things that are going to be created, things that are going to change in our business, because life changes as we move forward. So we don't have to recreate an original idea. So what I want to do is I'm going to talk just a little bit about what our founders, what our leaders have done in the company for Surge365. And notice they keep saying to us, you know, there's been some changes. We've done a pivot. However, you haven't lost anything. Everything is still there. Things are still in place. But what they have done is they've made adjustments that needed to be made because of the change in times and because things are different now in 2021 than they were in 2020 or 2019. Okay, but we're still moving forward. But they put everything that we need in place for us to have a successful business. Okay? And it's important for us to have a successful business that we the wheel. It's time for us to take control of the team. No, we're team members, and good team members know when you're following the right people, you follow the instructions that you're given. So you think about the leaders in our business. Think about the directors in our business. They've all gotten together, and they put together something that no one has ever done, and I don't think anyone will ever do again. But now is a chance that we all have to really win big. And in order to win big, you have to buy in to the plays that are called. You have to buy in to the members and the people that you follow. Know that you're following the right people, and you keep your eye on the prize. Back to you, Cynthia.
Eyes on the prize, and we just talked about like History Month, and actually it's 365 days a year, but I wanted to wrap up with a simple little thing about Domino's Pizza. Domino's Pizza didn't reinvent the wheel. They weren't the first system to deliver pizza, but they were the first that's documented as saying, we'll have your pizza to you in 30 minutes or less. And so everyone else sort of adjusted to that. Everybody needs to readjust. Kenny, final word?
Well, we need to readjust to make things better. Because as we go through life, life is ever changing. We're never going to come to the point that we don't need to make adjustments. But we need to be willing to make the necessary adjustments. Some of us have a tendency to sort of fight change. I adopted something years ago in teaching in my younger years, because things would change from year to year, and people would get shifted around. You might start out at one school and get moved to another school. But then I came to a conclusion. I said to myself, change is good. And so I think we all need to keep that in focus and know that change is good. Don't look for the bad and the negative things, but look at the positive things. And once again, make those necessary adjustments. Make them on the fly. Don't stop the wheels from rolling. Wheels got to roll, and we got to roll on. So, back to you, Cynthia.
That's awesome. You were mentioning James Brown, and when you talked about rolling, I thought about Tina Turner. But we are so glad to have those thoughts, and just want to wrap up with a very, very brief little paragraph from the book, It Only Takes a Minute to Change Your Life by motivational speaker and author W.I.E.W. He talks about choices. Now, the system's there. We must adjust, but we have a choice. And it says, W.I.E.W., it is not so much what happens to you, but rather what happens in you. You have a choice in life. You can choose to be happy, choose to be healthy, choose to be wealthy. Success is a choice, not a chance. And that concludes, it's okay to do your thing, but don't reinvent the wheel. We want to thank you so much for joining us this morning on Motivational Monday, the 8th of March. And we want to let you know that the replay for this call is 712-432-1085, and the same pin, 261-118#. And be sure also to join the Champion Level Up call tonight, every Monday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 p.m. Central. It's the same dial-in number as the View, only the PIN number is 474-053#. Also in the back office, you want to check out Winners Win. You want to check out the Corporate Corner, which is every Thursday. And you also want to check out Surge365 Academy. It is packed full of so much. you will really appreciate it. There's no reason that anybody has to say, I don't know what to do, what to say, how to react. So stay plugged in for company news and announcements through your email, through your mobile Touch 365 app, and also from your upline director. Now, we want to also let you know that we have coming up at the top of this hour the Team Success Force call at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Kindly dial 563-999-5283. That's area code 563-999-5283. That is a pinless number. Again, that number is 563-999-5283. And if you want to happen to replay that call, if you snooze off there in a little while, you can dial the replay number, which does have a PIN. And that PIN number is, I'm sorry, let me start with the first number. That replay number for the Team Success Force call is 605 area code 313 5112, and the PIN number is 621640. Again, replay for the top of the hour's call, the Success Force, Team Success Force, 605-313-5112 is a replay, and the PIN 621640. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our announcements for today. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for Leadership Tuesday with Level 2 Marketing Director Lucretia Davis Daniel. And we want you to remember these words from American actor Morgan Freeman. The best way to guarantee a loss is to quit. You have Cynthia Reed
And Ken Reed from Muncie, Indiana.
Have an excellent week, everyone. We'll hear you on the call coming up. Goodbye.